everybody. Welcome back to the best coin news channel on YouTube. I'm sonofasilverstacker. Today's date is May 19, 2024. First things first, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. Now let's bounce over to moneymetals.com. Gold ended the week at 24.25.55, silver at 31.68. Platinum at 1097.85 and palladium at 1043.85. You're looking at in-stock American Silver Eagles premium has remained at $8.59 for quite some time now. You're going to pay a total of $40.27 for a quantity of 1 through 39. And look at this. The buyback is almost $34 each. That's remarkable. It's really something to say about the demand for silver right now. But you wouldn't know it over here by looking at the bullion sales. I don't even... Yeah. Not much going on. I did color coordinate things to make it a little bit more easily seen. If you're colorblind, I apologize. But yeah, that's silver. Total gold sales, 1/2, 1/4, and then 1/10. There it is. And we have really light numbers. And we're going to be on the 20th tomorrow. So about 10 days or so left of May. And that's it. So will we see more numbers? I sure hope so. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes here. This is Coin Week, my Coin Week notes. Title of this article is 1976 Denver Bicentennial Kennedy half dollar, a collector's guide. And there it is. That's the beauty right there. And I'm doing this video because the semi-quincentennial's coming. And yes, in 7 short months, maybe 8 months from now, guess what? Yeah, it's going to be 2025. And we all know that, the United States Mint struck this coin here, as well as the other coins for the bicentennial, right? Not the semi-quincentennial. They struck those in 1975. However, for 2025, the United States Mint will not be striking any coins. And I asked the Google machine, I was like, which is a bigger anniversary, the 200th or the 250th? And the AI came up with, a 250th anniversary is considered bigger than a 200th anniversary. And I, started to scratch my head, and I was like, why is it that the United States Mint for 2025 is doing bupkis for the reverse on the Kennedy half dollar? And folks, don't forget, this Kennedy half dollar, as you know it, this is it. That's the last of it in 2025. Starting in 2026, it's going to be a whole new design. And then 2027 through 2030, it's going to be another whole new design. So it's going to be a 1 year, much like the Washington crossing the Delaware quarter was in 2021. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see. And it would just be amazing if the United States Mint actually put out some silver issuances for 2026. Wink, wink, nod, nudge, nudge. If you're listening, yeah, wouldn't that be cool? All right, this is by Charles Morgan and Hubert Walker for Coin Week Notes. First released on July 7, 1975. There you go. The Kennedy half dollar became the first United States bicentennial designed to reach public hands. So popular were these coins that demand, both global and domestic, quickly outstripped previous years. There you go. And I imagine we might have the same reaction in 2026. Although, I got to ask you a question. Who's talking about 2026 and the semi-quincentennial coinage? I don't think anybody is. And, when will they start talking about it? Will be the question. And I think once they get struck and they're in circulation. But really, do we circulate coins like we did back in 1970s? Hardly at all, right? Hardly at all. But it was like ATM machines were, they weren't a thing, I don't think, until the 80s. All right, it says here, to accommodate this, the Denver Mint struck a massive mintage of 287,565,248 pieces across 2 years, 75 and 76, resulting in an almost 364% increase over the 1974 issuances. All right. As all Kennedy halves struck during 1975 and 76 display the characteristic double date 1776, 1976. That's the spirit. There is only one way to determine when they were struck. The mint sets, right? There you go. So if you have one and it's in circulation, you'll never know. However, if it is in the mint sets, you got a clue right there. If a bicentennial coin is included in the 1975 uncirculated coin set, it was struck in 1975, and the same holds for true. I'm glad they had to point that out for us, right? Now here we keep on. By September of 1975, the United States Mint had shifted from only selling uncirculated sets directly to the public. Here we go. A secondary program, which saw the Mint sell sets to private banks for secondary resale. And wouldn't it be amazing if the United States Mint sold to banks, your local bank like Wells Fargo or Bank of America or Truist, something of that nature? That way, hey, you got any cool coins? Yeah, I got this Mint set. Bam! Just like the Post Service does, right? All right, let's say banks for resale, accounted for 2.2 million over the 4 million total sets sold. They went gonzo, okay, for those. It really is over 4 million. All right, and a year later, So on September 9, 1976, pickup sticks, Mint Director Mary Brooks announced that the Secretary of the Treasury, William E. Simon, ordered the discontinuance of the Bicentennial designs and the resumption of the standard eagle verse. That's like a heraldic eagle, right? For all denominations for 1977. What a great year Star Wars came out. To help move the remaining product, I think Jaws did too, Brooks advised all interested collectors to either place orders directly with the Mint or from a local bank. Yeah, bingo. There you go. If you want them, you got to get you got to start moving, right? Directly from the Mint or local bank. And you know what's interesting about the Kennedy half dollars right now is that I do believe we're seeing more Kennedy half dollars in the last few years because seigniorage. And I think it's the largest seigniorage coin that they are making. I mean, it's in circulation right now. They probably get more seigniorage if they had dollar coins in circulation, but this will do for now, I would imagine. Now, it says here, how much is the 1976 Denver Bicentennial Kennedy half dollar worth? Well, glad you asked. Many collectors pulled these coins from circulation when they were released, so examples can still be found at face value in Mint-State. However, most examples pulled from circulation will be in circulated grades of extra fine to about uncirculated. Yeah, there's too many examples that are in Mint-State to even bother with those, right? If the uneven distribution of the coins results in a stock of bicentennial halves at a bank branch, you might get lucky and find some choice gem or uncirculated examples. Yeah, they're probably few and far between. With all the coin roll hunts and people looking for silver halves, I don't suspect that they're going to be few and far between. Or maybe slim to none, and slim just left town. All right, however, the coin is not typically found in superb gem. That's right. Demonstrating this scarcity in high grades, PCGS reports only 395 pieces in Mint-State 66 pickup 6 and 45 in Mint-State 67, including one in Mint-State 67 plus. Well, I think right there is that's a challenge, right? While NGC has graded 1,646 coins in Mint-State 66 pickup 6, 170 in Mint-State 67, 9 of them in a Mint-State 67 plus, and only one in a Mint-State 68. Oh, man. In the past 2 years, the NGC population has increased dramatically. Yeah, well, I would imagine that a lot of populations have increased dramatically since what happened in 2020. Interestingly enough, where the most common grade for modern coin is usually MS64. That's interesting because I believe it's MS65, but that's all right, especially from a coin set. It is MS65 for the clad 1976 Denver Kennedy half dollar. This is most likely a byproduct of extensive early picking and a little concept CoinWeek calls terminal point. This ought to be interesting. I have to know. I gotta know terminal point, market terminal point. Every coin except the great rarities has a terminal point. All right. Conventional wisdom says third-party certification raised the value of a coin, and that may be true to a point. That is terminal point. Okay, cool. All right. Let's keep on keeping on. 1976 Denver half dollars with unusual characteristics have sold for big premiums. An air coin, yes, absolutely, an air coin. A lot of people, when they are, I guess, do you collect airs right off the bat when you're a coin collector, when you start collecting, or is it something that happens over time? I think it's something that happens over time. An air coin unless, I don't know, maybe not. An air coin, it's an opinion. An air coin holds the auction record for this type, sold for $3,105 in 2004 by Heritage Auctions. This off-metal air was struck on a quarter planchet. Oh, I love those airs. And is emblematic of air pricing for this type. Before 2018, practically all examples had sold for over $1,000 were air coins. But this has started to change recently with several Mint-State 67 coins surpassing $1,000. The sold top pop PCGS MS67 Plus sold for $2,585 at a January 2014 Heritage sale, while a pair of NGC graded Mint-State 67 coins sold at Great Collections in August 2023 for, there you go, $1,293.75 and $942.75. I always wonder, there's a Heritage sale and there's a Great Collections. That's a real whole, then you get the decimal numbers, right? So I always thought that was really interesting about Great Collections, how they always have decimal endings anyway. Due to the massive the random things I think of, I tell you, due to the massive dual year mintage, these circulation strike coins are extremely common and only command a truly significant premium in that grade. Absolutely. That is exactly the truth of this whole article right there. All right, the price plummets for mid-state 66s, where coins are generally worth between $35 and $65. Some examples have sold for as little as $11 or as high as $150. Now, folks, I think the best places to pick up any kind of coins is not a buy it now option. It is, yes, at an auction. And that is really testing everybody's patience when we go that route. Let's face it, some of us just want it now and we don't want to think about it again, or we know that if it is an auction, we might forget about it and we might miss out altogether. Now it says here, drop one more grade to mid-state 65, and the price is nearly halved yet again. Examples in this grade have sold recently for $25 to $30. That's kind of bad, especially for a coin that's so beautiful and, well, so old, right? 50 years old now. It is important to note that while it is an increase over several years ago when they sold for $10 to $20, examples can still sell for as low as $1. That's a gut punch right there, especially if you had it graded. Continuing this trend with coins graded between mid-state 64 and mid-state 63, collectors can expect to purchase an example for $10 to $25. It is also quite easy to find pieces for as little as $1 and $5. However, the premium could be quite substantial for toned or air coins, with nicely toned pieces selling for $100 to $200 and air pieces selling for $1,000. Honestly, I got to tell you, not all toned coins are beautiful to me. They have to be a certain type of toning for it to be like, yeah, that's kind of cool. Otherwise, it's like, man, that thing looks like garbage. I don't know. Its opinion is, again, what do you feel about toned coins? Do you like them or not so much? Now, while in low mid-state to high about uncirculated, these coins are worth $1 to $2 in all lower grades. They are only worth face value in lower grades. Yeah, and here we go. Market data and noteworthy specs. Simmons and the top population right there, and then NGC right there, plus mid-state 67, 942, great collections. Look at that, bam, 1293.75, Heritage 2585. There's those whole numbers we talked about. Heritage 480, another Heritage 720, Heritage 420, Heritage 1080. I think we're going to see where I just lost myself. Old green holder. Look at that. People are buying the holder, right, for that mid-state 67. Have you seen? You want to see it? Look at it. It looks amazing. And bam, look at that bad boy. You wish, huh? I know I would. That's terminal point. So I'm going to leave the link for the terminal point as well as this article for the market data. Thought that was pretty cool. Thank you, Coin Week. And now let's go to those plus ones. Blammo. This is Proverb 10:25. When the storm passes, a wicked one is no more, but a righteous one is the foundation of the world. And I think what that means, even after death, the goodness of the righteous safeguards the world. Now, can you think of a person or people that have been righteous and we still live under their rules and guidance? Yeah, absolutely. There's examples all around us. Now let's keep on keeping on to 99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. Mirando las nubes. This is Looking at the Clouds, and this is the Fixx with One Thing Leads to Another on 99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. Yeah, I think I'm feeling better. Do I sound better? I think so too. Got some sleep. The fever broke, and I think I'm pretty stoked. Anyway, folks, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, yeah, sub the channel. It's free. Also, yeah, consider becoming a member. It's $1.99 a month. It's the price of a cheap cup of coffee. If you don't drink coffee, that might be the price of a taco at Taco Bell. Stacker out.